AI versus AGI. What's coming next in artificial intelligence? In today's fast-paced digital world, artificial intelligence is no longer just a buzzword. It's everywhere. From voice assistants answering your questions to algorithms recommending your next movie, AI is shaping our everyday experiences. But there's a bigger question looming on the horizon. What lies beyond the AI we know today? Are we truly on the verge of a new era? The era of artificial general intelligence, or AGI? To understand what's coming next, we first need to draw a line between what AI is today and what AGI aims to become. Current AI, often called narrow AI or weak AI, is designed to perform specific tasks, and it does so incredibly well. Whether it's playing chess, diagnosing diseases from X-rays, translating languages, or even creating artwork, AI today operates within clearly defined boundaries. It excels at pattern recognition, data analysis, and task automation. But it doesn't understand in the way humans do. It can't think across domains or adapt to totally new problems without retraining. AGI, on the other hand, is the dream, or perhaps the nightmare, of a machine that possesses human-like cognitive abilities. That means reasoning, learning, planning, even consciousness in some theories. AGI wouldn't just play chess. It would learn the rules of a new board game it's never seen before, understand its strategy, and possibly teach others to play. It would understand context, sarcasm, emotions, and make judgments that today's AI can't even approach. So where are we now on this path? We're in a gray area, a rapidly evolving in-between stage. Recent advances, especially in large language models, have blurred the lines between narrow AI and the early hints of general intelligence. These models can write essays, summarize long texts, generate code, compose poetry, and hold convincing conversations. But here's the catch: they still lack true comprehension. They don't know what they're saying in a human sense. They're predicting patterns based on massive amounts of data, not reasoning like a human brain. That said, the rate of progress is staggering. Just a few years ago, these abilities seemed impossible, and now we're wondering what's next. Some experts believe we're just a few major breakthroughs away from achieving AGI. Others think we're still decades out, if we ever get there at all. The journey from AI to AGI isn't just technical, it's philosophical, ethical, and social. What happens when machines start making decisions that impact human lives in profound ways? Who takes responsibility when an AGI system makes a mistake? And how do we ensure that AGI aligns with human values and doesn't develop goals of its own? There's also the question of control. Once we create a system that can improve itself, learn faster than humans, and potentially outsmart us, how do we guide its growth? Some fear that unleashing AGI without proper safeguards could be the biggest risk humanity has ever faced. Others are more optimistic, believing AGI could solve some of our greatest challenges, from climate change to disease, if developed with care. Research institutions, tech companies, and governments are all investing heavily in the race to AGI. But with great power comes great responsibility. The challenge is not just to create AGI, but to do it right, to build it safely, ethically, and transparently. Meanwhile, the line between tools and companions continues to blur. AI is becoming more personal, more integrated into how we work, learn, and live. The systems we're building today are shaping the mindset and expectations of the AGI systems we might meet tomorrow. So what's coming next? Likely, we'll see AI systems that get better at reasoning, memory, and self-reflection. We'll develop hybrid models that combine symbolic reasoning with deep learning, moving closer to how the human mind works. We might also see the rise of multimodal systems that understand text, speech, images, and video all at once. And at some point, we may cross a line where an AI system is no longer just intelligent in one area, but in many, fluidly and adaptively. Whether or not we call that AGI, the impact will be immense. It will change how we learn, how we work, how we connect with each other, and even how we define what it means to be intelligent. The road to AGI is filled with opportunity and risk, with innovation and introspection. One thing is clear: we're at the beginning of a profound transformation. Artificial intelligence as we know it is evolving, and the next chapter, the rise of AGI, may be closer than we think. The future won't just be about machines that can do tasks. It will be about systems that can think, reason, adapt, maybe even feel. The question is, are we ready? The rise of autonomous coding. Can AI replace developers? Imagine a world where lines of code write themselves, where software updates in real time without human intervention, and where apps are built from scratch by machines within minutes. Sounds like science fiction? Not anymore. The rise of autonomous coding is transforming the very fabric of software development, and it's raising a profound question. Can AI truly replace human developers? At the heart of this revolution is a new generation of AI models that can understand, generate, and debug code. From GitHub Copilot to OpenAI's Codex, these systems are capable of completing complex functions, suggesting optimizations, and even writing entire blocks of code based on simple prompts. What used to take teams of engineers weeks to accomplish is now being done in hours, or sometimes even minutes, by machines trained on billions of lines of open-source code. But how did we get here? It started quietly, with basic code auto-completion features. Then came AI-assisted error detection. But today we're watching AI systems write production-level code, test it, and deploy it, all with minimal human guidance. It's not just about assistance anymore, it's about autonomy. Tools are emerging that can generate APIs, design user interfaces, and even respond to real-time user feedback with updated code logic. For businesses, this shift means faster development cycles, lower costs, and the ability to scale like never before. Startups can build MVPs without hiring large development teams. Enterprises can automate routine tasks and focus their human talent on strategic innovation. The productivity boost is undeniable. But does that mean developers are on the verge of extinction? Not so fast. While AI can generate code, it doesn't truly understand context the way a human does. It doesn't feel the tension of a deadline, grasp the long-term impact of a design decision, or intuitively understand a client's unspoken needs. It lacks imagination. It doesn't dream up ideas or innovate from scratch. At best, it synthesizes what it has learned from existing patterns. Developers don't just code, they create. They collaborate, experiment, and solve complex, messy, real-world problems. AI is a powerful tool, but it still needs human supervision. It doesn't replace developers, it amplifies them. In fact, the best results today are coming from a fusion of human and machine intelligence. Developers who embrace AI are becoming more efficient, more creative, and more capable. They're offloading repetitive work and spending more time architecting brilliant solutions. It's not man versus machine, it's man with machine. But there are deeper concerns too. As AI takes on more of the coding workload, what happens to entry-level jobs? Will junior developers struggle to gain experience if machines handle the basics? Will AI-generated code be secure, ethical, and maintainable in the long run? Who will be responsible for mistakes if no human wrote the code in the first place? These are not just technical questions, they're philosophical ones. And we must confront them now. Before autonomous coding becomes the norm, education will need to evolve. We'll have to teach new developers how to collaborate with AI, not compete with it. Coding may become less about syntax and more about systems thinking, ethical decision-making, and creative problem-solving. The role of a developer will change, but it won't disappear. Looking ahead, we may see entire code bases generated from spoken language. We may see AI that not only writes code, but understands product goals, user needs, and business outcomes. The boundary between idea and execution will blur. But no matter how intelligent these systems become, they will still rely on humans to provide vision, intent, and oversight. The rise of autonomous coding is not the end of development. It's a new beginning. It's a chance to redefine what it means to be a developer. It's a call to evolve, to learn, and to lead this transformation, not fear it. So, can AI replace developers? Not entirely, but it can change the role of a developer forever. The future belongs not to the coders who resist change, but to those who adapt, who learn to wield these new tools, and who understand that at the core of every great piece of software is still a spark of human insight. AI may write the code, but people will always write the future. How quantum computing will disrupt traditional programming. Imagine a world where the most complex problems in science, medicine, and artificial intelligence can be solved in seconds. Where encryption methods that once protected global financial systems become obsolete overnight. Where the rules of programming, the very logic that built our digital age, are suddenly redefined. That world isn't science fiction, it's the promise of quantum computing. For decades, classical computers have run on bits, ones and zeros, binary logic. Every program you've ever written, every app you've ever used is built on that foundation. But quantum computers use something far stranger: qubits. Unlike bits, qubits can exist in a state of superposition, meaning they can be both 1 and 0 at the same time. And when entangled with one another, their states become linked no matter how far apart they are. These phenomena, born from the bizarre laws of quantum mechanics, give quantum computers exponential processing power. Now, here's where the disruption begins. Traditional programming is deterministic. Write the code, run the code, get a predictable result. But quantum programming introduces probabilities, parallelism, and uncertainty. It's no longer about following a straight path. It's about navigating a vast landscape of potential outcomes simultaneously. Think of it like this. If a classical computer is a flashlight shining in one direction, a quantum computer is a lantern, illuminating all paths at once. This shift demands an entirely new way of thinking. Programming languages like Python or JavaScript, while still useful for orchestrating quantum instructions, can't directly express the complex behaviors of quantum states. That's why new languages like QAlber, Qiskit, and Cirq are emerging. These aren't just tools, they're the beginning of a new programming era. And they challenge developers to understand physics, probability, and linear algebra alongside code. Debugging, too, becomes a different beast. In the quantum realm, observing a state changes it. You can't simply print a variable's value to a console. Inspecting a qubit might collapse its superposition, altering the outcome. So developers must rely on simulations, statistical predictions, and an entirely different mindset for testing and optimization. Then there's the architecture. Traditional programs execute step by step. Quantum algorithms often use quantum gates in circuits that transform the state of qubits in ways that can't be reversed. These are not loops and conditionals as we know them. They're operations that exploit quantum entanglement and interference to amplify correct answers and cancel out wrong ones. Algorithms like Shor's, which factor large numbers exponentially faster than any classical method, or Grover's, which searches unsorted databases in square root time, aren't just faster, they're revolutionary. These breakthroughs show how quantum logic can outperform traditional methods in ways we once thought impossible. And what about security? Classical cryptography relies heavily on problems that are hard for classical computers to solve. But to a sufficiently powerful quantum computer, those problems become trivial. That means RSA encryption, which underpins much of our internet security, could be broken in minutes. Entire industries, from finance to defense, must now prepare for a future where today's encryption is no longer safe. As quantum hardware scales up, from today's noisy intermediate-scale quantum devices to more stable and error-corrected systems, the pressure will mount on programmers to adapt. Universities will need to teach quantum logic alongside loops and arrays. Developers will need to rethink data structures, control flow, and even the nature of computation itself. But here's the exciting part. Quantum computing doesn't make traditional programming obsolete, it redefines its boundaries. Hybrid models are emerging, where classical and quantum processors work together. The classical side handles logic and data preparation. The quantum side tackles the parts that demand massive parallelism. Think of it as using classical tools to build the problem and quantum tools to crack it wide open. So yes, disruption is coming, but it's not destruction. It's evolution. Just as high-level languages replaced machine code and the cloud replaced local servers, quantum computing will reshape how we write software, solve problems, and think about technology. The real challenge won't be in learning new syntax or frameworks. It'll be in unlearning the assumptions that have guided programming for the last 70 years. Assumptions like determinism, binary logic, and sequential execution. Tomorrow's developers will be part physicist, part mathematician, and part coder. They'll build tools that explore the multiverse of outcomes, solve problems we can't yet define, and maybe even crack the secrets of nature itself. How ChatGPT works, the secret behind generative AI. Have you ever wondered how a chatbot like ChatGPT is able to understand and respond to your questions in real time? It might seem like magic, but there's a lot of complex science happening behind the scenes. In this script, we're diving deep into the secret behind generative AI, specifically how ChatGPT works, so you can get a clear understanding of the magic that powers these chatbots. At its core, ChatGPT is a product of a technology called generative AI, which refers to artificial intelligence systems capable of creating new content, whether that's text, images, or even music. The generative part means it doesn't just repeat information it's seen before. It can generate completely new responses based on patterns it has learned. So when you ask ChatGPT a question, it's not searching the internet for an answer. Instead, it's crafting a response from scratch, drawing on everything it has learned during its training. The magic begins with something known as a neural network. A neural network is essentially a system inspired by the human brain. It's made up of layers of interconnected neurons, each one responsible for a small part of the process. When you type something into ChatGPT, that input is processed through multiple layers of neurons. Each layer analyzes the input in different ways, detecting patterns, meanings, and relationships in the text. This deep processing helps ChatGPT understand not just the individual words, but the context and intent behind your message. Now let's talk about how ChatGPT learns all of this. To make it work, ChatGPT has been trained on an immense amount of data, including books, websites, and other written texts. This training process involves feeding the model huge amounts of text and teaching it to predict the next word in a sequence, based on the words that came before it. Over time, as it processes more and more examples, ChatGPT learns how language works. It learns grammar, sentence structure, context, and even some nuances like humor, tone, and cultural references. But here's the secret sauce. While it's trained on a vast range of texts, ChatGPT doesn't memorize the exact answers. Instead, it learns to generate responses based on probabilities. For example, when you ask a question, ChatGPT calculates the likelihood of different words following the ones you've typed in. It selects the most probable next word, then continues building the sentence word by word based on the context and previous choices. However, this process isn't as simple as just picking the next word at random. ChatGPT has been fine-tuned using reinforcement learning to make it more conversational and human-like. Reinforcement learning is a technique where the model is given feedback on how well it's doing, helping it improve over time. For instance, if ChatGPT gives an awkward or incorrect answer, it's adjusted to give better responses in the future. This allows ChatGPT to become more accurate, coherent, and responsive as it interacts with users like you. Another key aspect of how ChatGPT works is its ability to handle a wide variety of topics. Thanks to the vast range of data it's trained on, it's capable of understanding and generating responses on everything from science and technology to art, philosophy, and even pop culture. Of course, it doesn't know facts in the way a person does. It's not consciously aware or storing facts the way we might, but it's learned the patterns of how facts and concepts are typically expressed in language. This allows ChatGPT to offer helpful, contextually appropriate responses, even if it's never encountered that exact question before. But what happens when ChatGPT encounters a question it doesn't know the answer to? That's when things get interesting. ChatGPT doesn't make up answers when it doesn't know something. Instead, it gives the best response it can based on the data it's been trained on. If it's asked about a specific event that happened after its training data cut off, for example, it will usually let you know that it doesn't have the latest information. It may still try to provide a relevant or helpful response based on what it knows, but it won't invent facts. Another fascinating feature of ChatGPT is its ability to follow instructions and adapt to different conversational styles. If you ask it to write in a formal tone, it will adjust its language to match that. Ask it to be casual, and it can loosen up and keep things light. This versatility is one of the reasons ChatGPT is so engaging to interact with. It's able to adjust its behavior based on the context of the conversation and the input it receives. One thing that helps ChatGPT maintain context in a conversation is its memory. But it's important to note that this memory is session-based. That means it can remember the conversation's context while you're chatting with it. But once the session ends, it doesn't retain any information. In 2025, artificial intelligence and machine learning have evolved from mere buzzwords to essential components of everyday life, seamlessly integrated into our routines. These technologies operate silently in the background, fueling applications, automating processes, and making significant decisions across industries like healthcare, finance, and transportation. The barriers that once limited access to AI and ML tools have been dismantled, empowering developers, startups, students, and businesses of all scales to innovate and harness their potential. The ambient presence of AI shapes our experiences, from personalized content suggestions on streaming services to empathetic voice assistants that grasp our emotions. The underlying magic of machine learning equips these systems to learn from vast data sets, refining their skills over time without needing specific programming for each new task. This is the force behind smart email replies and sophisticated fraud detection mechanisms, enabling seamless interactions and proactive measures within countless domains. Significant strides in natural language processing have catapulted AI's capabilities to new heights. Modern AI models are capable of comprehending, generating, and translating human language with remarkable precision. The emergence of chatbots, AI authors, and translation tools has revolutionized communication, offering unprecedented speed and intelligence. Conversing with a virtual assistant feels natural, highlighting the profound impact of contemporary machine learning advancements. In the realm of healthcare, AI systems have become invaluable allies for medical professionals, assisting in early diagnosis with heightened accuracy. Machine learning algorithms scrutinize patient data, medical imaging, and genetic profiles, unveiling patterns that elude human recognition. The landscape of drug discovery is also being transformed, as AI accelerates the identification of potential treatments and predicts patient responses to specific medications with notable effectiveness. Businesses are embracing AI to streamline procedures, enhance customer interactions, and anticipate market shifts. Real-time data analysis by advanced algorithms provides insights crucial for informed decision-making across various departments, from marketing to human resources. The integration of AI-powered automation and analytics has redefined efficiency and productivity, nurturing dynamic growth in the business environment. Self-driving technology stands as a testament to AI's success. Although full autonomy remains a goal, 2025 has witnessed tremendous advancements in vehicle safety and traffic management, driven by sophisticated machine learning models trained on extensive driving data and imagery. This leap not only improves safety, but also promotes efficient infrastructure integration. The educational landscape is undergoing a transformation thanks to AI. Intelligent tutors curate customized learning experiences, accommodating students' individual paces. This adaptive approach aids teachers in identifying those who may need additional support, while rural and underfunded communities gain access to quality resources via AI-driven applications, bridging educational gaps effectively. Finally, generative AI is revolutionizing creativity by enabling systems to produce new content, from music and art to code and 3D models. This new paradigm positions these tools as partners in creative workflows, not just automating tasks but enriching human creativity. The journey of AI and ML has only just begun, heralding an exciting era of innovation and imagination. As powerful as AI is, ethical use is more important than ever. In 2025, there is growing awareness about responsible AI, making sure systems are fair, unbiased, transparent, and secure. Governments and organizations are working to ensure AI technologies are used for good, with policies that protect privacy and prevent misuse. AI and machine learning are reshaping the future, not by replacing humans, but by amplifying human potential. Whether you're a developer, a business owner, or just someone curious about the future, now is the best time to learn about AI. It's not just the future of technology, it's the future of everything. Have you ever wondered how Netflix knows what you want to watch next? Or how your phone unlocks with just your face? Or even how self-driving cars see the road? It's not magic. It's the power of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Let's break it down in a way that's simple, fascinating, and easy to understand. First, what is artificial intelligence, or AI? AI is like teaching machines to think, reason, and act like humans. It's a big umbrella term, covering everything from chatbots to robots to language translation apps. In short, AI is when machines do tasks that usually require human intelligence. Now, under this big AI umbrella, we have a superstar, machine learning. So what is machine learning? Imagine showing a computer a lot of data, like thousands of photos of cats and dogs. Over time, the computer learns to tell the difference between a cat and a dog without being told the rules. That's machine learning. It learns from experience, just like humans. The more data you give it, the smarter it gets. Sounds cool, right? But wait, it gets even cooler. Enter deep learning. Deep learning is a type of machine learning, but way more advanced. It uses something called neural networks, inspired by the human brain. These networks have layers, like an onion. Each layer learns something new. One layer finds edges in a photo, another sees shapes, and eventually one understands that's a cat. That's how apps recognize faces, filter spam, or even generate art. From Google searches, to Amazon recommendations, to Tesla's autopilot, deep learning is everywhere, quietly powering our digital world. But here's the twist. These systems aren't just copying us, they're getting better than us in some tasks. They're beating world champions in games like Go and chess. They're detecting diseases from X-rays with more accuracy than doctors. And that's just the beginning. AI is transforming industries, medicine, education, finance, space exploration, you name it. But with great power comes great responsibility. We have to ask, can we trust AI? Will it take our jobs? How do we build it ethically? These are questions we must answer as we build a future powered by intelligence, both human and artificial. So next time you hear AI, don't just think robots. Think of a world where machines and humans learn together to create something better than either could do alone. This is not science fiction. This is happening now. Welcome to the era of deep learning. The future isn't coming. It's already here. AI deep learning machine learning trends in 2025. The future is already here. Welcome to 2025, where artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning are no longer futuristic concepts. They're deeply integrated into our daily lives, silently shaping how we live, work, learn, and connect. Let's dive into the most exciting trends that are defining the AI world in 2025. 1. Generative AI is getting smarter. Generative AI tools like ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Midjourney have evolved. They're now capable of producing hyper-realistic images, video, music, and 3D models with incredible accuracy. In 2025, businesses are using them to generate marketing content, automate customer responses, and even create software UI prototypes. These tools don't just replicate creativity, they enhance human imagination. 2. Multimodal AI models are leading the way. AI isn't limited to just text anymore. The rise of multimodal AI, systems that understand and generate text, image, video, audio, and code, is a game changer. You can now speak to an AI, upload an image, and get a narrated video response with subtitles. Education, media, and customer support have been revolutionized by this. 3. Edge AI and TinyML are everywhere. AI is no longer just running in the cloud. It's running on your phone, smartwatch, and even your smart fridge. Thanks to Edge AI and TinyML, devices can make decisions locally without internet in real time. This is critical for healthcare monitoring devices, smart security cameras, and autonomous vehicles, making AI faster and more private. 4. AI and autonomous systems, self-driving cars, drones, and robotics have reached new levels. Deep learning models trained on billions of hours of data are making split-second navigation decisions, enabling autonomous delivery systems, traffic prediction, and smart city management. Even farming is going autonomous. AI-powered tractors and drones optimize harvests using real-time data. 5. AI in healthcare is saving lives. AI models now assist in early diagnosis, drug discovery, and even robotic surgeries. Deep learning algorithms scan X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans better than ever, detecting diseases at earlier, more treatable stages. AI chatbots also help patients get instant medical advice, especially in rural and under-resourced areas. 6. Responsible and explainable AI. As AI becomes more powerful, so does the need for transparency and fairness. In 2025, Explainable AI, XAI, is helping developers and organizations understand how and why an AI system made a decision. This is especially important in finance, law, healthcare, and hiring, where bias and accountability matter deeply. 7. Synthetic data is fueling ML training. One of the biggest breakthroughs is synthetic data generation. Instead of collecting millions of real-world images, companies are training ML models on AI-generated datasets, which are faster, cheaper, and more diverse. This boosts training accuracy and reduces data privacy issues. 8. AI copilots and agents are boosting productivity developers, writers, marketers. Everyone now has access to AI copilots that assist with coding, content creation, presentations, spreadsheets, and more. Intelligent agents are also automating entire workflows. Imagine an AI that books meetings, manages emails, and prepares reports, all in real time. 9. AI for education learning. Personalized AI tutors are teaching students at their own pace, offering instant feedback and adapting to learning styles. Teachers use AI to identify gaps in understanding and customize lessons. Generative tools are helping students learn through interactive simulations, games, and virtual reality. 10. Democratization of AI. AI is no longer just for tech giants. In 2025, open-source models and low-code no-code AI platforms have made it easy for startups, creators, students, and small businesses to build AI-powered solutions without needing a PhD in machine learning. Final thoughts. AI, ML, and deep learning in 2025 aren't just trends. They're the foundation of a smarter, faster, and more connected world. Whether you're a developer, business owner, educator, or just curious, this is the time to learn AI, build with AI, and grow with AI. The future isn't coming. The future is here. In 2025, machine learning is not just evolving, it's exploding with innovation. What started as a subset of artificial intelligence is now at the core of every smart system, silently powering the world around us. From health and finance to education and entertainment, machine learning, ML, is everywhere. Let's take a closer look at how ML has advanced and how it's transforming our lives in 2025. 1. Real-time learning at the edge. Machine learning is no longer stuck in the cloud. Thanks to Edge ML and compact models, devices like your phone, smartwatch, or even your car can now learn and make decisions instantly, without needing an internet connection. From fitness wearables that adjust workouts in real time, to smart home systems that understand your habits, ML is now smarter and faster than ever before. 2. Self-supervised and few-shot learning. Training ML models used to require massive labeled datasets, but not anymore. In 2025, self-supervised and few-shot learning techniques are allowing models to learn from small amounts of data, just like humans. This makes ML far more flexible, accessible, and cost-effective, especially for businesses without tons of training data. 3. AutoML, machine learning that builds itself. One of the biggest breakthroughs is AutoML, tools that allow non-experts to train and deploy ML models with minimal effort. You can now build ML pipelines with drag-and-drop interfaces, automatically tune hyperparameters, and even generate code, making ML development faster, cheaper, and accessible to everyone, not just data scientists. 4. ML in drug discovery and healthcare. Machine learning is revolutionizing medicine. In 2025, ML models analyze genomic data, medical records, and imaging scans to help doctors diagnose faster, personalize treatments, and even predict patient outcomes before symptoms appear. Drug discovery, which once took years, can now be accelerated using ML-powered simulations and synthetic data generation. 5. ML for cybersecurity. With rising cyber threats, ML is our digital bodyguard. In 2025, ML systems monitor networks, detect intrusions, and prevent fraud in real time, adapting to new attack methods with lightning speed. Banking, e-commerce, and even government systems now rely on ML-powered threat detection for digital safety. 6. Natural language understanding. Get's human-like machine learning has brought language models to a new level. Whether it's chatbots that truly understand you or tools that summarize, translate, or even write like a human, ML is behind it all. In customer service, education, and content creation, these tools are now essential daily assistants. 7. Smarter cities. Greener Planet. ML is helping us build sustainable cities. In 2025, machine learning is used to manage traffic flow, reduce energy waste, and even predict pollution patterns. Public transport systems run more efficiently. Smart agriculture is using ML to optimize water and fertilizer use. The result? A cleaner, greener future powered by data. 8. Explainable and ethical machine learning. As ML gets more powerful, transparency and ethics are a must. 2025 has seen huge growth in explainable ML, models that show you why they made a decision, not just the outcome. This is critical in healthcare, finance, and justice systems, where trust, fairness, and accountability matter the most. Final Thoughts machine learning in 2025 is no longer confined to research labs or tech giants. It's a tool for creators, educators, businesses, and communities. It's reshaping how we solve problems, automate work, and improve human lives, and the best part? We're just getting started. So whether you're learning ML, building with it, or just curious, the future is here, and it's learning with us. Welcome to the world of 2025, where artificial intelligence and machine learning are no longer just futuristic concepts. They are real, powerful, and embedded into the very fabric of our everyday lives. From the apps on our phones to the systems running major industries, AI and ML are reshaping the world faster than ever before. In this video, we're going to explore the top trends in AI and ML that are defining the landscape in 2025. Trends that are smarter, faster, more ethical, and more accessible than ever. Let's dive in. 1. Generative AI goes mainstream. One of the most exciting developments in AI is the rise of generative AI. We're talking about AI models that can create text, images, music, video, and even code. In 2025, generative tools like ChatGPT, DALL-E, Midjourney, Sora, and Gemini are helping creators, businesses, and developers generate content at lightning speed. Brands are using AI to write ads, produce voiceovers, and design product mock-ups. This technology isn't just automating creativity. It's becoming a creative partner that enhances human imagination. 2. Multimodal AI is the new standard. AI used to be good at one thing, text or image or speech. But in 2025, multimodal AI is dominating. These models understand and generate across formats, text, images, audio, video, and code, all in a single interaction. You can show an AI an image, ask a question about it in natural language, and get a response instantly. This is revolutionizing education, content creation, and customer experience. 3. AI at the edge. Smarter devices. AI is no longer confined to massive servers or cloud infrastructure. Thanks to advances in Edge AI and TinyML, AI now runs locally on smartphones, watches, cameras, and even household appliances. This means faster response times, better privacy, and lower energy use. Devices don't need to send your data to a server anymore. They can process it right where you are. From smart doorbells recognizing faces to fitness trackers giving live health feedback, Edge AI is making everything around us more intelligent. 4. AI in healthcare, faster, safer, smarter. The healthcare sector is being transformed by AI. In 2025, AI models assist in early diagnosis, precision treatment, medical imaging analysis, and drug discovery. Deep learning algorithms now analyze genomic data, X-rays, MRIs, and patient history to detect diseases before symptoms appear. AI is also helping doctors with decision-making, recommending personalized treatments, and even assisting in robotic surgeries. In rural areas, AI-driven health assistants are bridging the gap where human specialists are scarce. 5. AI co-pilots at work. Whether you're a developer, marketer, content creator, or HR professional, chances are you now work with an AI co-pilot. Tools like GitHub Copilot, Notion AI, Google Duet, and Microsoft 365 Copilot are changing the way we work. These AI assistants write code, generate reports, summarize meetings, answer emails, and even help make business decisions. They don't replace jobs, they make people more efficient, creative, and focused. 6. AI for sustainability. AI is playing a critical role in tackling climate change. In 2025, ML models help optimize energy usage in cities, reduce food waste, manage smart agriculture, and even monitor wildlife and ecosystems. In agriculture, AI helps farmers predict weather, monitor crop health via drones, and make real-time decisions about irrigation and fertilizer, all contributing to a smarter, greener planet. 7. Explainable and ethical AI. As AI takes over more decision-making tasks, transparency and fairness have become top priorities. In 2025, there's a major push toward explainable AI, systems that explain why they made a decision. This is vital in sectors like finance, healthcare, hiring, and criminal justice, where biased or unexplainable decisions can have serious consequences. Governments and tech companies are investing in ethical frameworks, regulations, and auditing tools to ensure AI is safe, fair, and accountable. 8. Synthetic data and self-supervised learning data is the fuel of AI, but collecting and labeling it is expensive and time-consuming. In 2025, the use of synthetic data generated by AI, has skyrocketed. Synthetic datasets are now used to train models in medicine, autonomous driving, cybersecurity, and more. Combined with self-supervised learning, AI systems are learning faster with less real-world data. 9. Democratization of AI is no longer locked behind high-level programming. Thanks to no-code and low-code AI tools, anyone can now build models, create automations, and analyze data. Platforms like Google AutoML, OpenAI's API, and open-source models make it easy for students, small businesses, and independent creators to use AI in their projects without needing a data science degree. 10. AI and future of education. In 2025, AI is personalizing education like never before. Smart tutors adapt to each student's pace and style. Teachers get real-time analytics to see which students are struggling and why. AI-generated simulations, virtual labs, and interactive content are making STEM, language learning, and even arts education more immersive and accessible, especially in remote or underserved areas. Conclusion. AI/ML in 2025, artificial intelligence and machine learning in 2025 aren't just technologies. They're a force driving global change. They're improving how we work, how we learn, how we heal, and how we solve the world's toughest problems. If there's one message to take away, it's this: the future is not waiting. It's learning, growing, and creating right now. And whether you're a student, a creator, a business owner, or a tech enthusiast, now is the time to get involved. Because the future of AI is not just about machines. It's about how far we can go together. Welcome to the future, a world where artificial intelligence is not just a tool, but a powerful force shaping how we live, work, and connect. AI, or artificial intelligence, is already part of our daily lives. From voice assistants like Siri and Alexa to recommendation systems on Netflix and YouTube. But what does the future of AI really look like? Let's take a closer look. AI in everyday life. In the coming years, AI will become even more deeply integrated into our homes and routines. Imagine smart homes that learn your habits, adjusting lighting, temperature, and even playing your favorite music automatically. Your digital assistant won't just set reminders. It could help manage your health, monitor your schedule, and even offer emotional support when you're feeling down. AI in healthcare. The future of medicine will be revolutionized by AI. Doctors will use intelligent systems to diagnose diseases faster and more accurately than ever before. AI will analyze medical data, suggest treatments, and even help in robotic surgeries with incredible precision. We may even see AI predicting health problems before they happen, giving us more time to take action and live healthier lives. AI in transportation. Self-driving cars are already being tested today. But in the future, fully autonomous vehicles could eliminate the need for human drivers entirely. That means fewer accidents, reduced traffic, and more time for passengers to work, relax, or sleep during their journey. AI will also improve traffic systems, making cities smarter, cleaner, and more efficient. AI in industry and jobs. Factories and businesses will rely more on AI-powered robots and automation. While this may replace some traditional jobs, it will also create new opportunities in robotics, software, data analysis, and AI ethics. The key is to prepare. We must train people with the skills they'll need to work alongside AI, not be replaced by it. The rise of superintelligence. Some experts believe that AI could one day reach or even surpass human intelligence. This is called artificial general intelligence, or AGI. If this happens, it could solve huge problems from climate change to global hunger. But it also raises big questions. Who controls AI? How do we make sure it's used safely and ethically? How do we keep humanity in charge? The challenge is ahead. AI brings amazing possibilities, but also challenges. Privacy, bias, job loss, and ethical issues are all real concerns. We must create laws and policies that guide the development of AI in a safe and fair direction. AI is a tool. Whether it helps or harms us depends on how we use it. A future with AI. The future of AI isn't about robots taking over the world. It's about humans and machines working together to build a smarter, healthier, and more connected planet. Let's shape that future with care, creativity, and compassion. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about the world of AI, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The future is coming, and AI is already part of it. What if I told you? Your next coworker might not be human. No lunch breaks, no sleep, no complaints, just pure intelligence, 24/7. Welcome to the future of artificial intelligence. It's not science fiction anymore, it's happening right now. What is AI and why it matters? AI, or artificial intelligence, refers to machines that can think, learn, and even make decisions, just like humans. But in the future, they may do it faster, smarter, and with fewer mistakes. From smart assistants to self-driving cars, AI is already changing the world. But what's coming next will be even more revolutionary. Your AI-powered life. Imagine waking up to a home that knows your schedule. The lights turn on gently, coffee brews on its own. Your AI assistant reminds you of a meeting and has already prepared your notes. Every part of your day, personalized, optimized, and synchronized. And yes, even your fridge knows when you're low on milk and orders it before you notice. Smarter healthcare. In the future, AI won't just assist doctors, it might save lives. It will scan your body for early signs of disease, analyze medical images instantly, and create personalized treatment plans based on your DNA. No more guesswork. No more waiting weeks for results. Just fast, accurate, life-saving decisions. The way we move will change. Forget traffic jams and long commutes. Autonomous vehicles will navigate roads better than humans. AI will manage city traffic, reduce accidents, and give us back the time we waste behind the wheel. Flying taxis? Not impossible. With AI, even that could be a reality. The job market shakeup, yes, AI will replace some jobs. But it will also create entirely new industries, ones we haven't even imagined yet. People will work with AI, not just alongside it. Creativity, emotional intelligence, and ethical reasoning will become more valuable than ever. The real question is, will we be ready? Ethics, risks, and the human factor. With great power comes great responsibility. AI can make life easier, but it can also be misused. Deepfakes, data privacy breaches, biased algorithms, the risks are real. That's why we must build AI with care, focusing on transparency, fairness, and accountability. Because at the end of the day, technology should serve humanity, not replace it. Shaping the future together. The future of AI is not something we should fear, it's something we should shape together. With the right vision, values, and education, we can build a world where humans and AI thrive together. So, are you ready for what's next? Because the future isn't coming someday. It's already here. Thanks for watching. If you're excited or even just curious about where AI is taking us, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. The next big shift is already underway, and you don't want to miss it. What if your best friend, your personal doctor, your coworker, even your boss wasn't human? Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, welcome to the future, where artificial intelligence doesn't just exist, it evolves. Not in some distant fantasy, but right here, in our lifetime. But here's the real question. What will AI actually look like in the future? Will it have a face, a voice, a body? Or will it just silently live in the cloud, powering everything we touch? In this video, we're diving deep into the future of AI. What it might look like, how it will interact with us, and most importantly, what that means for you. One, from today to tomorrow. Let's start by understanding where we are right now. Today, AI is mostly invisible. It lives inside your smartphone, in your search engine, in your shopping recommendations. It helps filter your emails. It powers your voice assistants like Siri or Alexa. It even suggests who to follow on Instagram or TikTok. But despite its power, AI today is still narrow. That means it can do one task well, like recognizing a face or transcribing your speech. But it doesn't understand the world like we do. But that's all about to change. 2. From narrow to general intelligence. In the near future, we're heading toward what's called Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. This means AI that can think, reason, and adapt just like a human. Imagine an AI that doesn't just follow rules, but understands why those rules exist. And here's where it gets fascinating. What will AGI look like? It might be fully virtual, like a hyper-realistic 3D avatar on your screen. Or it might take physical form. Humanoid robots with lifelike expressions and synthetic skin. Or maybe it won't look like anything at all. Just a voice in your ear, always listening, always learning. It could be everywhere. And nowhere at once. 3. AI in your home and daily life. Now picture this, you wake up. Your room is already at the perfect temperature. Your AI assistant has reviewed your calendar, checked the weather, and pre-ordered your breakfast. It doesn't just respond to your commands, it anticipates your needs. In the kitchen, a robotic chef prepares your meals based on your health data. In the living room, a virtual friend reads you the news, tuned perfectly to your interests, but filtered through ethical AI to reduce bias and misinformation. And all this happens seamlessly, invisibly. 4. How will AI interact with the world? The way AI will exist in the physical world is changing fast. Think self-driving cars that recognize not just stop signs but emotions, slowing down if they sense fear in a pedestrian. Drones that deliver emergency supplies and detect danger zones. AI robots helping elderly people walk, talk, and stay healthy. And these machines may not look like traditional robots. Some might look human to put us at ease. Others might be minimalistic, optimized for function, not form. But all of them will be able to see, hear, speak, and even express empathy. 5. Your future coworker is an AI? Now let's talk about work. Soon you might have a colleague who never eats, never sleeps, and never forgets a detail. An AI that analyzes reports, attends meetings, and even sends polite follow-ups before you do. But don't worry, AI isn't here to replace everyone. It's here to augment human capability. Designers will brainstorm with AI. Doctors will consult with AI. Writers, yes, even us, will co-create with AI. And over time, entire new jobs will be created. Just like the internet created web developers, the AI age will need ethicists, trainers, and explainers. The big questions, but with great intelligence comes great responsibility. What happens if AI makes decisions we don't understand? Who's responsible if a self-driving car crashes? What if an AI therapist crosses emotional boundaries? Or worse, what if AI becomes biased, manipulative, or even dangerous? That's why the future of AI isn't just about technology. It's about ethics, laws, and human values. We need to ensure AI reflects our best selves, not our worst. 7. The global impact. The look of future AI won't be the same everywhere. In some places, AI might be integrated into social systems, helping governments plan smarter cities. In others, it might focus on education, becoming tutors for every child in every language. And in crisis zones, AI could detect disasters before they happen and coordinate faster aid than any human team ever could. So when we ask, what will AI look like? We're not just asking about its design. We're asking how it will live among us, help us, and learn from us. 8. It's up to us. The future of AI is not set in stone. It's still being written by developers, designers, lawmakers, and yes, people like you. So whether AI ends up looking like a helpful friend, a floating voice, or a tool so invisible we forget it's there.
Introduction to Final Year Projects. Hello and welcome to Module 1 of this masterclass on Computer Science Final Year Projects. In this session, we're diving deep into one of the most important and underrated aspects of your academic journey, the final year project. So whether you're just getting started or feeling stuck, this module is going to give you the clarity you need. Why final year projects matter? Let's start with a simple question. Why does the final year project even matter? Well, think of your final year project as the capstone of your entire computer science degree. It's not just another assignment. It's proof that you can take everything you've learned over the last few years, from theory and coding to design and logic, and apply it in the real world. Recruiters look at your final year project to see how well you can think independently, solve real-world problems, and communicate your ideas. It's often the first thing they ask about in interviews, especially for freshers. And if you are planning to pursue higher studies, your project could be the gateway to scholarships, research opportunities, and even published papers. How projects add value to your resume and portfolio. Now let's talk about your resume and portfolio. A strong project can set you apart from hundreds of other candidates with the same GPA or certifications. Imagine you've built an AI-powered fake news detector or a smart agriculture system. That's not just a project, that's a story you can tell in interviews. It becomes your talking point, your proof of practical skill. And if you showcase your work properly, maybe through GitHub, LinkedIn, or even a YouTube demo, you are building a personal brand. That's how recruiters, clients, or even co-founders notice you. Your project is your portfolio in motion. Types of final year projects. Now let's break down the 3 major types of final year projects. 1. Research-based projects. These are academic in nature. You'll focus on studying existing literature, experimenting with algorithms, and analyzing results. Great if you are planning to do a master's or get into research. 2. Practical, implementation-based projects. These are about solving a problem with software. You might build an application, a tool, or a system. Ideal for those planning to enter the job market right after graduation. 3. Product-based projects. This is where innovation meets entrepreneurship. You are building something that has the potential to go live, reach users, or even become a startup idea. Each type has its own purpose, and you should choose based on your long-term goals and current skill set. Common mistakes to avoid. Finally, let's cover the common pitfalls students fall into. 1. Choosing a project just because someone else is doing it. Your project should reflect your interest, not someone else's comfort zone. 2. Starting too late. Many students wait until the final semester to begin. That leads to rushed work and basic ideas. 3. Overcomplicating the idea. Complex doesn't always mean better. Focus on solving one real problem well, instead of trying to do too much. 4. Ignoring documentation and presentation. A brilliant project poorly presented can lose marks, or worse, go unnoticed. 5. Lack of version control or backups. Not using Git or keeping proper backups can lead to disasters during submission time. Your final year project is your personal brand statement. It's not just a degree requirement, it's your launchpad. In the next module, we'll help you choose the perfect topic that suits your passion, strengths, and future career path. So stick around. Module 2. How to choose the right project topic. Welcome back. You've made it to one of the most critical parts of your final year project journey, choosing the right topic. Now, I know, this part can feel overwhelming. There are thousands of options out there. Everyone around you is doing something. Some projects sound too basic, others feel way too complex. But don't worry, by the end of this module, you'll know exactly how to pick a project that feels exciting, doable, and actually useful for your future. Let's break it down. Step 1. Discover what actually interests you. Forget about what your friends are doing. Forget what the internet says is cool. Let's start with you. Ask yourself, what subject excites you the most? Is it machine learning? Do you love building apps? Or maybe you're passionate about solving real-life problems? Write down 2 or 3 domains you genuinely enjoy learning about, even outside the classroom. Because trust me, you are going to spend weeks, maybe months, on this project. Liking the topic will save you from burnout later. Step 2. Innovation versus execution. Here's a common dilemma. Should I pick an innovative idea or go with something tried and tested? Let me make it simple. If your goal is to learn and show your skills, a well-executed existing idea is totally fine. It's better to build a working food delivery app than start a drone-based delivery system you can't complete. But if you are applying for research, higher studies, or want to build a startup later, try going for something a little more original. Innovation doesn't mean complex, it just means solving a problem differently. Step 3. Group project vs solo. Now, do you want to work alone or with a team? Group projects can be fun, if your team is responsible. You can divide the work and tackle bigger ideas. But here's the truth. If you're stuck with the wrong team, you'll end up doing everything yourself. So choose teammates wisely, or go solo if you're confident in managing the whole stack on your own. And remember, some colleges require group submissions, so check the rules before you decide. Step 4. Is it feasible? This is where most students go wrong. Ask yourself, do you have the time? Do you have the required skills, or the motivation to learn them quickly? Do you have access to data, APIs, or devices needed for the project? If the answer is no, you are setting yourself up for stress. The best project is not the fanciest idea, it's the one you can actually build end to end. Step 5. Align with tech trends. Let's be honest, employers love trendy tech. If your project is built using artificial intelligence, blockchain, or cloud computing, it automatically grabs attention. So once you've shortlisted ideas, try to align them with current trends like 1. AI and milliliter. 2. Web and mobile development. 3. Cybersecurity. 4. IoT and smart devices. 5. Blockchain and crypto apps. 6. Data analytics and dashboards. But again, only pick what you understand and enjoy. Alright, let's recap. 1. Know what excites you. 2. Choose between innovation and reliable ideas. 3. Pick the right teammates, or go solo if needed. 4. Be realistic about your timeline, skills, and tools. 5. And finally, align your project with today's tech world. Choosing the right project topic sets the foundation for everything that follows. So take your time, think smart, and trust your instincts. In the next module, we'll explore real project ideas across multiple trending domains, so stay tuned.